Don't think about it. And that's what we saw right there with the Clippers on that offensive possession.
Now, I don't expect Luke Kennard to be 6 of 7 or 4 of 5 every game, but I do expect him to be aggressive and be efficient overall. He has been, I think, waiting for this opportunity, and he has been terrific here tonight. Clippers lead 56-38 as he gets up and down on a 4-point play. McCollum back the other way. Kennard smothers the loose ball.
Well, I think, too, with his attention at the beginning to be on the defensive end, you see the pass coming right back.
Everybody's fingerprints on the ball this trip down, but George misses on the 3. Great hustle. Clippers on the power play. Jackson calls his own number.
I'd like to see it attack a little bit more because the numbers were in favor of the Clippers. You kind of just bailed out the Trailblazers right there by taking that shot and that effort by Paul George here. Defense, CJ really never was comfortable with the basketball. Paul George tasting a piece of the wood a little bit.
Simon, he's been very impressive and remains that way for the Blazers. Coming off the bench now with 10 points in 9 minutes.
Well, 4th year. You know, I think the biggest thing for him is just quality, shot quality. I think he's going to learn that with his maturity, but also, like I said, the tutelage from Chauncey Billups.
He had struggled his first couple of years around the iron, but has been very efficient inside the paint. A whistle travel turnover. Against the Clippers, they have 9 turnovers here in the first half. In the first 2 games total, they've had 14.
Yeah, well, how many have really been forced by the defense of the Trailblazers? A lot of it has been little things like that right there where the team stepped out and Paul George had a little stretch. We had 3 in a row kind of careless passes.
They've had 5 live ball turnovers, speaking of the Clippers, while the Blazers, of their 10 giveaways, 8 live ball turnover steals for the Clippers. There's another one, 56-40. Clippers out in front, 48 seconds to play. Clippers, if they manage their time well, can go 2 for 1, as well as having the ball to start the 3rd quarter. And a whistle and a foul. Blazers had 1 to give. Look at Chauncey Billups. He's learning every day, but he is loving it. Wanted to be in the front office, especially. Like, look, you're taking away my greatest attribute, at least in his opinion or his words. I can lead players. I can teach players. When you become in the front office, a member of the front office, you don't have day-to-day contact with players. And I wanted that. It was Ty Lue that kind of helped him along and showed him the light. And the Blazers are going to be better for it, regardless of the outcome here tonight. He's a terrific, terrific guy to have in the organization. Jackson unloads a deep 3. He has not been shy here tonight. 13 shots for Reggie in this first half.
He was looking for the 2-for-1 opportunity, too. Out of bounds.
For a second, maybe it was a little too early. As Lillard stumbles, George ties him up. 3 defenders around with a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be a tough one because that's going to put Lillard at the line for a couple of free throws.
Paul George can't believe it. I don't know if he got a piece at the end because the trap was solid. Dame kind of loses footing. You have 3 guys around Dame and reaches right in there. Official right there is on the backside. I missed that one.
Dame will go to the line. Top 75 player in league history. I have no problem with that. I think not only is he great on the floor for the Blazers, this is the guy you want in your city. Great leader, supports the community during the pandemic. Donated $100,000 to those that worked at Moda Center that were missing out on a paycheck for games not being there. He is. There was some rumblings that he was maybe looking to bounce out of Portland in the offseason. He was frustrated, but he said, no, I'm all in. And Chauncey Billups has a lot to do with that. Chauncey never begged him to stay, but they're looking at the vision that Chauncey has. And listen, I root for Damian Lillard. I root for the city of Portland. What a great basketball city. We haven't been there in 3 years. I'm looking forward to being there. And Friday, the Pacific Northwest is just an amazing place to be. But the fans in Portland, careful what you wish for wanting to go there. They are awesome fans. We were there for a playoff series, and they're loving Chauncey Billups. They obviously love Damian Lillard, and I hope that he finishes his career with the Blazers.
Well, my first taste of the playoffs came when that 98-99 season, lockout season with the Trailblazers. And I got a chance to witness and feel the impact that the fans do have, you know, in that city and the love for that team. So I understand why Dame is so loyal to that fan base and that organization.
Well, they have one of the great pregame traditions that I don't know if it's still intact given what we're going through, where they bring the ball all the way down from the 300 sections and everyone kind of passes the ball down into the section to start the game. I hope that continues. I don't know. I'm looking forward to finding out on Friday. George, the three. Kennard with the rebound, running out of time. Hopefully that doesn't count and ruck his percentage here. Kennard has been terrific in his first.
We've reached halftime. The Clippers have led by as many as 18. The Blazers' first road game of the season. Dame not having his best performance so far. Only 8 in this one. CJ leads the way with 16, but the Clippers have the